Hey guys, Alex here, my WWE SummerSlam 2012 pay-per-view review. Show us got there, and very lackluster and disappointing show from WWE tonight. This may be the second most skippable show that WWE's had this year, aside from No Way Out. I mean, this show, everything from the card was pretty good, or all right, but just nothing just had that major punch that a SummerSlam's supposed to have. For a SummerSlam, this was incredibly disappointing. This is probably one of the worst SummerSlams I've seen. I haven't seen a lot of the old ones, so I'm sure that someone will comment on which SummerSlam was worse. I'll leave it to you guys to decide which one's worse. But this show, so much potential and just wasted it. But let's get into the first match: Dolph Ziggler versus Chris Jericho. This is a pretty good match. I enjoyed it a lot. These guys, were a little sloppy, but nothing that was horrendous. Jericho broke out a Hurricanrana, which was really cool, and the finishing sequence was really nice and really great, and had some good near falls, solid match. I was a little surprised that Jericho went over here, but hopefully this leads to Jericho coming back, and hey, maybe when Ziggler wins the title, Jericho comes back, gets a title shot. Perfect setup right there. 3 1/4, good way to start the show. Then we had Kane versus Daniel Bryan. Wasn't expecting a lot going in this match. It actually put it into a nice, little guy versus big man match. It worked very well. Daniel Bryan worked great. Kane was on top form tonight. I give Kane credit where it's due. Good match. If it had been, it was only like 8 minutes long, I think, and if it had been longer, might have been even better. This was a very solid match. Good finish too. So, and very happy Daniel Bryan went over. So 3 stars. Good match. Then we had the Intercontinental title match between Miz defending against Rey Mysterio. This match was just okay. I think the middle kind of dragged, and the heat segment wasn't that good. Didn't really get a lot of heat. Just kind of blah. The finishing sequence was nice though. Nice back and forth. Go home. And also Bray came out dressed like Batman, so I guess that was makeup for the fact that he wasn't at WrestleMania, couldn't do his dress-up thing, whatever. It was cool. But, decent title defense, not really pay-per-view worthy, more just a television match, I thought, think these two guys could have done better with more time or something. 2 3/4. Then we had the world title match between Sheamus and Del Rio. I'll say right now, this is a lot better than their, what was it? Money in the Bank match they had. Physicality was a lot better. These guys, it felt a little bit more stiffer, felt a little bit more hard hitting. I'm kind of with trademark here, that Del Rio was kind of working over Sheamus' leg and the arm and points, and there was a few things just kind of but nothing bad. Two guys worked pretty well. Didn't like the finish at all. The finish came when Rodriguez got involved, threw a shoe at Alberto to help him out, and then Sheamus took it, hit Del Rio, and then Irish Curse backbreaker, pins him. Del Rio's foot's on the rope, but Sheamus puts off. It just didn't feel like a good finish, and obviously they're going to continue this feud for whatever fucking reason. It's pretty clear that the fans don't care about it, but I'll give credit where credit is due, though. They did a lot better than they did last month, but still not that great. 3 1/4. Finish almost ruined it for me, though. Then we had the WWE Tag Team title match between Kofi, Kingston, and R-Truth against the Prime Time Players. This is alright, your basic tag match. It felt very much like a Raw Tag Team match. Prime Time Players didn't win, which I was very disappointed about, because I was hoping they would get the win here. And I just think Kofi and Truth are just very blah as Tag Team Champions, not really doing much of anything. But I think that the whole AW getting fired really hurt the Primetime Players, unfortunately, and might have to wait a little bit longer before they get the titles. So regrettable, but all right match. I'll give it 2.5. Then we had the match of the night, shockingly, the triple threat match for the WWE title between CM Punk, John Cena, and The Big Show. This was very nicely done. Usually the Big Show's offense bothers me, but I think it worked here because he could hit a big power move on one guy and then go right to the next one, and it really worked. The pacing was nice. Big Show worked over very well as a heel, although I think that John Cena and Punk didn't get enough offense in, but they got spurts in that worked. And I'll give credit. Big Show really brought his A game here tonight. Him and Kane. Very surprised that they pulled out stops those two guys. Really kicked it up a notch here. It was going along fine. Then they had CM Punk and Cena had a double submission on the Big Show. Big Show taps out. They like wait for fucking ever to finally say the match can be restarted, and almost immediately the match ends. Big Show double choke slam to both guys, tries to pun each of them, kicks out. Cena hits an A on the Big Show. Punk throws Cena out of the ring, cover. Very predictable finish. I predicted like as soon as the match was started, I'm like, oh, this is what's gonna happen, and it did. So, and the restart thing really didn't add much to it. Would have been cooler if they said like, okay, Punk, Cena, you two right now, Big Show, you're out of here. You're eliminated or whatever. So, but whatever. Obviously, they're gonna set up for Punk versus Cena at next month's Night of Champions. I don't know if Punk's gonna retain or not. Who knows? But good match though. Not as good as the triple threat match from No Way Out, which is surprising, but better than I expected to be. But still far above what you'd expect from a pay-per-view, especially a SummerSlam pay-per-view. So 3.5. Then we had the main event, Triple H versus Brock Lesnar. This was kind of like a no DQ match. Basically, there had to be a finish. And for as much as they hyped this up as like a fight, it did not have a fight feel. It just felt like a regular match. Brock Lesnar went for the Kimura I don't know how many fucking times in this match. And yes, it fits the storyline, but like it just didn't feel like there was any level of intensity. The crowd was dead for this match, and it really, really hurt it. And I think this all goes back to John Cena beating Brock Lesnar in Extreme Rules. If Cena had lost to Brock Lesnar, and then Brock Lesnar comes in this match, there'd have been a lot more hype for it. I think that like it would have been a lot more better when Brock Lesnar won, which he did, which I'm very happy about, and that's probably the only saving grace of this match from being a complete complete throwaway and waste of time. Because it would have been like, oh hey, Brock Lesnar beat Triple H, he beat John Cena, who can stop Brock Lesnar? It would have been a lot more big hype behind him. But now it's just like, okay, he beat Triple H, still lost to Cena. And and like for a match that was supposed to be a fight, they didn't really do anything that was like that brutal. There was no table spots, there was no hardcore spots. Triple H didn't bring out the sledgehammer even. I mean, come on, you're Triple H. You made yourself famous from using the sledgehammer. Shouldn't you pull that out for once in a while, trying to end Brock Lesnar's career or injure Brock Lesnar in a way that he did to you? Something. Like I said, the finish was good, but crowd was so dead for this match, and they just kept doing the same move over and over and over again. But I'll give credit where credit is due. It was a decent matchup, but it's just very, very underdelivered. Like I said, probably the only thing that puts this match in the 3-star range is the fact that Brock Lesnar won and Triple H tapped out. So I'll give it that. But yeah, the only 4 good things came out of this pay-per-view was 1, Antonio Cesaro won the United States title on the pre-show, which very disappointing that was on the pre-show. 2, Daniel Bryan won. 3, CM Punk won, and 4, Brock Lesnar won. So I'm very happy that those 4 things happened. Oh, and also they had a stupid concert between the WWE title match and the main event. Waste of fucking time. I don't know why WWE is doing this shit, but whatever at this point. Yeah, very, very disappointing and lackluster SummerSlam. I'll give it a 6.5 out of 10. And, nothing you have to go your way to. You should go out your way to check out. If you have the opportunity to, check it out. But, past 4 months now, TNA has been kicking WWE's ass in pay-per-view quality-wise. And, and this is supposed to be the time where WWE's in their downward mode. Just like I can't imagine what they're gonna fucking pull out next. Hopefully they do something special for next month or something. They need to pull it out of their ass fast and really fast. But if you guys had to choose between this pay-per-view and the ROH one and the TNA one, pick TNA without a doubt. At least that show picked up somehow. Then with the last 4 matches. But all right, that's it for now, guys. Take care. Bye.